Hey guys, the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The crypto mania continues. Today we'll be talking about Bitcoin holding the line out there, Dogecoin performing like a slugger, Monero as well, and some news on Wave smart contracts and more. But first, let me shout out all the Champagne Crypto maniacs out there that are pouring into the chat box. We are just simmering up the pot, preheating the oven as the boomers are entering the blockchain battlefield space right here. Let me turn up the volume on you maniacs. Make sure I'm coming in loud and clear. Kaboom 5679. I see you, Lucian. I see you, original copy. Good morning to you. Good morning to the rest of the Champagne Crypto maniac boomers who are tuning in. I need you touching the buttons right now so that YouTube could put us to the top of the search results, just in case we may be being shadow banned out there by these lefty organizations. You got to watch out there, guys. They're putting, it's like they're swinging the hammer at anybody that thinks differently nowadays. Kabooming from LA, champ, says Jigger Roams. Shout out to the West Side. Shout out to my Crip Walkers out there. I see you guys worldwide. Shout out to my snipers tuning in. And energy continues to be positive. Let's check out today's mathematics and see how healthy the markets are maintaining out there. People still saying that it was going to be doom and gloom, but I told you guys, I think we're going to be holding the line. It's going to be kind of quiet. Okay, but the boomers are still on the field doing what we can to look like 300 by the end of the year. Let's check out today's mathematics, show you guys the screen. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. We're just simmering up the live broadcast, preheating the oven to 450 and beyond, turning on the broiler so that we can have this crypto treat cooked to perfection. We got Bitcoin at 6,310, holding the line. I'm not surprised at all. This is actually fine with me. I think that we can hold this support line for a little bit, shake out a little bit more baby bear cubs, and wait for the kaboom to happen, because indeed, guys, I think we've seen this bottom more than like 4 or 5 times now. And for those that believe we're going to go down lower, I beg to differ. Market cap right now 193 billion, a little slimmer than what we expect it to be. I would like to see this over 200 billion. We still have a target for $1 trillion market cap. I would like to see it at the end of the year, if not so sometime in 2019. We got Bitcoin dominance continuing to increase. Now it's at 56%. Drop a comment there in the population of the chat box. Let me know, how much do you think Bitcoin will, the Bitcoin dominance will increase before these altcoins start growing? Are we going to see 60? Are we going to see 65? Or will it begin to decrease before we get there? Shout out to Oscar Olivares out there tuning in to the population of the chat box. We got 9 crypto maniacs here tuning in worldwide. Make sure you're touching all the buttons to subscribe, the like, the post notification bells. Guys, I need you touching all of the buttons out there, all of the buttons. Ethereum, a slow death for the ETH at 189. This is one of the most swapped out coins there on Shapeshift for Bitcoin. The ETH, after Vitalik Buterin came out just a few days ago, and he said that he believes that the crypto kaboom is all over and we will not see kabooms like we did last year. While that may or may not be true, I think that maybe Vitalik has a little bit of bias, being that he's on the ETH train, and the ETH train is not necessarily performing like the Bit train out there. Okay, ETH right now, it seems like most of the ICOs that were conducted on the Ethereum blockchain received their funding, and those developers and those organizations seem to be selling off their Ether so that they can get some fiat, some bits, or some other form of value, so that they can do what it is that they need to do, whether pay more developers, cash out, or whatever it may be. Shout out to Roger Oliver. I see you out there. Good morning to everybody tuning in. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. We're just simmering up the pot, preheating the oven, making sure that these crypto treats are tasty out here during this bearish season. It's a little bit of bears out there. The baby bear cubs may be rejoicing, but not so much, because I don't think we're going to dip, dive, and slide much lower out here. And it seems like we've shaked out most of the negativity out of the box. What remains is strong boomers like CryptoZilla. Good morning. Strong boomers like Copy, like Original Copy and Roger Oliver. These guys seem to be here just about daily. I see guys like Lucian as well, Amit as well. Good morning. Kaboom. Shout out to those that are tuning in to the live broadcast. Guys, touch the buttons right now. Let's get these the population of the chat box booming out here and let the tubes know that we're here on the field booming with the best of them. Ethereum is limited. Only joke dApps were created. When real apps will be possible to be built on EOS or Cardano, we'll have another boom. That may be true. It looks like a lot of things were built, you know, a lot of promises there on Ethereum, but we've already identified that Ethereum's capacity utilization index is completely redlined, and they have talked about upgrades and they have promised this, that, and the third. The bottom line is that Vitalik is just not in the gym. Okay, he's slacking. He's talking about it. It's like a lot of you guys, you're talking about it. You read about it. You seem to know all the facts, but you don't get up and go. Okay, you got to get up and go. Be there at 5:30 a.m. doing strong lifts, starting with the squat. Okay, you could tell me about the proper form of squat. You can have all these personal opinions, but if you're not there daily, it's not a boomer. The same thing with riding bike. I mean, you could tell me how to ride a bike, but unless you jump on the bike and balance it out yourself, all you're doing is talking. Okay, so that's what seems to be happening with many of these altcoins. It's a lot of talk out there, and in the meantime and in between time, Bitcoin continues to hold the line, and other coins like EOS, and now we're hearing about Waves, the smart contracts. There's a lot of other coins, a lot of alternatives out there. So if you're not on your P's and Q's, you better do it right now. Let's see, EOS at 491. EOS dropping under 5, and so has Bitcoin Cash dropping out of under 500 at 455. We got Stellar at 19, Litecoin at 53. What's the bottom for Litecoin? Is it $50? It doesn't seem like I've seen lights drop much under 50 bucks. Let's see if we can go back over 100. I need the lights to be over 100. Tether at $1 after Gemini has announced that they have their own stable coin out there, the GUSD. Gemini has their own stable coin. Now, the question I want to know is that this coin, does it only exist on the Gemini exchange? And if so, what's the purpose? Because you could exchange for US dollars right there on the Gemini exchange, 1, 2, 3. So it seems like if it's only there on that exchange, it seems to only be benefiting Gemini if you have to do another fee to swap back into USD. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know, what is the benefit of having GUSD unless that GUSD token is being able to be traded in other exchanges like USD Tether? So let me know. I'm still learning about that. Check out the last yesterday's broadcast to find out more about that GUSD. We got Monero, Cardano at 6. Wow, Cardano at 6 cents. Whoa, Cardano looking bad out there. I think it's about time to get this care package together, send it over out to the guys at IOHKs, to Charles Hoskinson and friends. Guys, we need to see Cardano gain weight. A great idea. We really like the idea of Cardano. We are rooting for Cardano, but again, you could talk about the Ouroboros, about the scientifically peer-reviewed, whatever you like to talk about, but unless you're at the gym pushing the weight, all you're doing is talking, guys. Somebody send a package of testosterone cypionate immediately to the friends over there at Cardano. Monero, 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 kaboom to Monero. Guys, I've been telling you about Monero, the last true privacy coin out there, if you ask me personally. The last true crypto on the market out there. We already know that Bitcoin necessarily may not be that cryptocurrency that it was touted to be by Satoshi himself. We have other options here. Monero is looking like that one. We're going to be talking about Monero a little bit more today. We got Dash at 193, IOTA at 56 cents, and there you go, Tron at 1 penny. It looks like it was stuck at 3 cents and it fell to 2 cents. Now it's at 1 penny. Guys, let this be a little lesson for all the young ones out there that were on the Tron train and all these other little baby altcoin trains. Guys, these coins are cool. Okay, but make sure that you have the majority of your bag in Bitcoin, because when the storm starts blowing like it's blowing right now, we got all kinds of tropical storms out there, and the crypto oceans, the crypto Atlantic and Pacific. And when they start blowing hard, the only thing that's going to be able to withstand the wind gust out there apparently is things like Bitcoin and Monero, if you ask me. Okay, so that's what it is. As the rest of the boomers tune in, we got 20 Maniacs, we got Original Copy, Mark D, CryptoZilla, Jojo Wave, Heath. I see you guys dropping information there in the population of the chat box. The bank that GUSD is linked with is a Wall Street bank called State Street. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, you know, I'm not surprised there. Gemini probably in bed with some of these regulators. Apparently that GUSD is regulated somehow. You know how I feel about Big Brother, guys. You know how I feel about Big Brother. I have nothing to do with them. I frankly don't care, and I think that the cryptomaniac boomers should be independent men going on their own way. And if the banksters want to go ahead and take a little, you know, go ahead and participate, that's fine. But we're not hanging our hats there with the financial legacy system at all. Okay, if you're depending on that, you're doing it wrong. Roger Oliver, let's go, champ, baby, formula again, kaboom! Shout out to Roger Oliver, our most gratuitous member here. He drops fiat in the population of the chat box. We have a little baby champ formula fund out there, baby oracle out there, the young one, so that we can continue to stack up a little fee out there. That way, Champagne and the rest of the family can hodl the bits out there. I told you guys, get rid of the papers and hodl the metals and the bits out there, if you ask me. If you guys are so gratuitous like Roger is, all these broadcasts, drop a couple bucks there in the super chat. There we go, Roger. I appreciate you. Kaboom to Roger. Always throwing like $2 in the super chat, like many of you guys could as well. So if you thinking about it, the super chat, some people have asked me, Champ, how do you throw money out here? Apparently it's something about the super chat. I don't know exactly how to do it. Maybe you can message Roger and he'll let you know. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. Roger seems to be dropping $2 on just about all these live streams, showing love out here. I appreciate you, Roger, and everybody else that drops fiat in the bucket out here. We'll take it. Indeed. BTC bouncing off 6,200. Let's check out these charts out here. BTC bouncing off 6,200 indeed. Let's check out these full featured charts and look what the Trading View maniacs are saying. They're still saying sell. So that's the consensus out there. Before we look at the charts, actually, let's look at some of these articles. Dogecoin beats the market with a 25% growth in 7 days, even as Bitcoin is deep in red. So I've been talking about Doge. I've been talking about the memers out here, and it's interesting here how these meme coins have been performing. It looks like, you know, Holochain, Chainlink. Now Dogecoin is beating the entire market, and these are just jokes. But don't sleep on the power of the meme out there. And it seems like Dogecoin, you know, it's been around for a while. It started off as a joke, but now it's holding its ground out there. And let me know what you think about the doggy out there. Let me know what you think about the doggy. Shout out to my canines. We got this other article there on FX Street as well. Monero price analysis. XMR to the USD contracting triangle approaches a breakout. So not only is Monero performing like a slugger, which seems to be these past few days, this article has established that a breakout could be coming sooner than later. Monero has established a stable support above 100. We can agree with that, but a breakout of the contracting triangle will see its retrace higher. So they're saying it's growing even more. There is no shortage of support zones on the 50-minute chart. Monero is among the few cryptos that are trading in the green today, September 11th. Shout out to America, and you know, our condolences to the families out there. We don't like talking about negative things, but we know what day it is, and we definitely send out our positive energy. The crypto is up 1.89% on a daily basis. Similarly, the trend is quite bullish, boom, 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 with most technical indicators sending bullish signals. Recently, the network announced the release of a web-based wallet for Tor browser. We talked about that yesterday. There's a new web-based wallet out there. Check out my last video. And then finally, let's talk about Waves. Now, Waves is something I haven't talked about in a long time, but apparently Waves is making a new wave, okay? A little bit more than just a ripple, pun intended. Waves Wave swells 45% upon announcement of smart contract protocol. Now, I was understanding that you could already do smart contracts on Waves. Is there a new, easier way? I'm not sure, but you could read the entire article. Wave smart contract protocol announcement has excited the bulls, and you can see these candles going up about 90 degrees there on the Wave platform. Now, Wave platform, I know, is similar to some of these DEX exchanges. I don't know exactly if Waves is a DEX exchange, but I know for sure that you can do tokens. You can issue tokens on Waves. Kaboom to Currency 365. Shout out to Currency dropping a dub there on the population of the chat box. A sniper. Currency, I appreciate it. $20 going to Baby Champs Formula Fund. Guys, shout out to Currency. He's a fellow YouTuber, one of the few that comes through and shows love. I invite you guys to check out Currency. He's constantly uploading videos and keeping us informed of the good crypto world. Currency, I appreciate you, Currency. Keep kabooming out there, and indeed, we'll keep grinding worldwide. Again, you guys, check out Currency. He's a tuber as well, and he's showing love out here. He's definitely a sniper, a 5-star general there in the foxholes of the blockchain battlefield trenches. I appreciate you, kaboom, as well. And shout out once again to Roger. Guys, again, the super chat's open, and indeed it is going to Baby Champs Formula Fund. We got to be ordering formula here almost every week. It seems like the young ones, they definitely consume a lot. Roger Oliver says $20. Wow, very nice indeed. Thank you again, Currency, and thanks again to Roger. Jojo Wave says shout out to Roger and Currency. Formula Fund indeed. Hashtag Formula Fund. Shout out to Jojo out there. Cutie for Blockchain says hey. Shout out to Cutie out there. And Roger Oliver says Currency 365 rocks. Back to this article we were talking about. We were talking about here a Wave smart contract, Waves to take on Ethereum's gas cost problem. You know, Ethereum is exposed out here. Ethereum is out on the cold. It's looking malnourished. Okay, it looks like I mean, at this point, I'm questioning if Ethereum has been on the vegetarian vegan diet, because it looks like most of the vegetarian vegans out there have some sort of deficiency, and they got a supplement, whether it be with spirulina, the wheatgrass, or I don't know what's going on out there. So I'm questioning these things. What is it going to take to enhance Ethereum out there so that it could compete once again? Because things like Waves are coming on to take on Ethereum's gas problems. We got EOS out there with the feeless transactions. I invite you guys to check out this article, read more about Waves. You know, I'm not going to read this all to you, but apparently Waves was booming about a year ago, and you can issue tokens on Waves. So let's say that, you know, Currency wants to make his own token out there, the 365 token. He could do it through Waves. Let's say Roger Oliver wants to do a token. He could do it through Waves as well. There's other platforms that allow you to issue tokens quite cheap, if you ask me. I think BitShares is another one. I know you could do it on EOS, but my understanding is creating a token on EOS could be a little bit more costly when it comes to the resources like RAM, CPU, and bandwidth out there. Drop a comment there in the population of the chat box. We got the super chat open for guys like Currency 365 dropping a dub in there. Roger Oliver always showing love daily out there, and I invite you guys to check these gentlemen out. These are definitely boomers here, 5-star maniacs that are always supporting the channel. I appreciate all you maniacs. Jojo, I see you. Cutie, I see you. Mark D, I see you out there. Let's check out Bitcoin's chart, see how healthy it's looking. 6,200 seems like the new bottom, although I've called it at 5,800. Shout out to the baby bear cubs that are still waiting for things to drop under 5,000. I see you cubbies out there. I see the young ones. I see the cubbies out there. I also see the funny bunnies. Guys, I don't think it's going to drop much lower, I'll tell you that. Excellent time to accumulate. Again, you know, Champagne is not a pro, so I may be wrong, but the way it's looking, I think it's looking healthy. I think during these times, we see more and more of the young ones, and even some of the you know, the mid-term boomers starting to lose some confidence there on the market, saying that it's all over, that the bits is no good, and, you know, in the meantime and in between time, there's plenty of FUD out there, but you got to stay focused on the facts. The fact is out here, crypto maniacs, that more and more people are onboarding to the blockchain space. I mean, like, you got these legacy financial institutions. They're opening themselves up to the blockchain, to new tech, and more people will be using the blockchain, which is only going to increase Bitcoin's price in the long run. It's going to 4,200, baby. Can't wait, says Derek. Derek, you may be waiting. I mean, it seems like you've been waiting, Derek, for like a couple of weeks now. You know, you've been saying that for a few weeks, and it doesn't seem to go your way. You may want to consider dollar cost averaging on the way down, and you know, perhaps, you know, buying the dips. You know, if the dip right now, we're in a dip. You know, they say buy the dips. Right now, we're arguably in a dip. I don't think it's going to go to 4,200. But if it does, we'll still be here, and we'll be locked and loaded and stacking up more artillery and ammunition. But I beg to differ, Derek. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. We don't have to all agree upon here, but that's what it is. Mark D says it's time to accumulate when no one is looking. I feel the same way, Mark D. CryptoZilla says Ethereum developers cut block rewards by 33% to curb inflation. But how long will it hurt the price is the question. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. I didn't know exactly that they cut back the rewards by 33%, so it's less profitable to mine the ETH out there. So how long will that affect the price is the question. Good question out there, CryptoZilla. Derek McLean says he hope he's right because he sold a while ago. Says Derek. Yeah, you're patiently waiting. You're patiently waiting, and I can see that. But you know, what are you gonna do if there's a price spike? Are you gonna feel bad that you didn't pick up on this little dip, or what are you gonna do? Have you ever thought of the opposite? You know, if it doesn't go the way that you plan, I think everybody should think this. If it doesn't go the way that you plan, do you have a plan B, C, D, and E? Do you have contingency plans out there? I think that's something that the boomers should consider out there. I know miners that called it quits after that, CryptoZilla says, in relation to Ethereum's mining rewards. Okay. Yeah, I can see that if it's not as profitable, you may, you know, consider mining another coin if you have the hardware. Cutie for Blockchain says still holding Steem. Now, listen, I got some Steem as well. We've powered down a little bit, but I'm, you know, still got over 1,000 Steem. And, you know, let's see what happens with Steem. I don't know if this is the death of Steem or not, or if it's going to kaboom after, but you know how I feel about Steem, and I will continue to say it's one of my personal favorite blockchains to use. Okay, shout out to Main Event, a Steamosaurus indeed. Guys, check out Main Event. He, I think you do a radio show on Steam or whatnot. Guys, check out Main Event. He's out there, and he stops by and shows love. So anybody that stops by and shows love in a respectful way, I'm gonna shout you out, no doubt. Mark D says if you're not invested, you miss the spike. Crypto moves too fast, says Mark D. You're right. If a bull market is confirmed, I'll still get back in above 4,200, but right now it's still bearish, says Derek McLean. All right, Derek, big miners win out, says CryptoZilla. Yeah, that's true indeed. So if you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. We got 21 watching worldwide. We've been talking about Bitcoin, seeing, you know, what it's going to do. And I think that it's just going to be trading sideways. You know, there's very little excitement. I wish I would tell you guys it's going to kaboom, you know, next week, but we're just going to wait. Now, at the same token, I don't think it's doom and gloom either. You know, I disagree with guys like Derek. I don't know. I don't think we're going to go much lower. And I've been telling you all summer, and it seems like guys like Derek have came into the box and said that things are going further south than they actually have, and it hasn't happened. So we don't believe Derek. I mean, at least I don't. But you know, he's entitled to his opinion. I've been hearing 4,200 for the entire summer out there, and it still hasn't happened. So, you know, just like I've been hearing you know, 10K for a while too, and it hasn't happened. So that's why my consensus is that we're going to be trading sideways between 58 and 82.83. I won't get excited till we cross any of those markers. Watch this number. Bitcoin dominance 56.6, says CryptoZilla. We got the Bitcoin dominance right now about 56.4. Okay, 56.4. Let me hit that refresh and make sure that we're up to date here with the latest breaking information. Let me know, how high do you think that the Bitcoin dominance? I think that the Bitcoin dominance is a good indicator too. Like, at what point is it going to reach is the dominance going to be too great? And then the altcoins got to come back, because the pendulum's got to swim back. So, you know, CryptoZilla saying watch that 56.6. You know, I think that it could raise even closer to that 60% marker. I don't know if the Bitcoin dominance is set to go above 60%. It would be kind of surprising, but again, you know, anything's possible. Amit out there seems to be agreeing with Champagne. He thinks 60% is the limit. Derek McLean thinks that Bitcoin dominance will keep going up for sure, and that's I think it'll keep going up. But the question here, Derek, and to the rest of the boomers out there, how much do you think Bitcoin dominance needs to increase before it starts to retract again and the altcoins grow? Because we know that the Bitcoin dominance can't go to 99%, or maybe it can, but that's not too reasonable if you ask me. At what point reasonably do you think Bitcoin dominance is going to increase? At one point we've noticed Bitcoin dominance, back when there wasn't so many baby altcoins, the Bitcoin dominance was over 70% or 80% if I'm not mistaken. So that's what it is. You can see it over here with the Bitcoin dominance back in 2016 of 80%. It looks like things started changing sometime in February 2017, and they went down, and now we're seeing an upward trend. So things could go to maybe they'll go to about it could go over 60% now. Now that I'm looking at this graph, I think the way I'm looking at it, it could be probably somewhere of an average of the high dominance, which was around 80, and that low dominance, which is about 40 or 35. So somewhere in between 35 and 80. What's halfway between that? Do the math out there. That's 45 divided by 2, so that's about 22 plus 35. So about where we're at right now. So, maybe no more than 60. Let's say I'm going to throw out the number 60 out there. And again, this is just giving my opinion here live on the fly. Okay, this is not something that I've thought through, but it looks like 60% is what I would call if I had to guess right now. Let me know what you guys think. What's the max Bitcoin dominance here before things start swinging back the other way? Adventures in Bitcoin has stepped into the house. Big kaboom to the champ. Indeed, shout out to Adventures in Bitcoin, booming out there. I don't think Bitcoin will touch 60%, says Roger Oliver. So Roger thinks that we've kind of maxed out there. Roger, I think that we could touch 60%, me personally, but we don't know. We don't know. That's why we got to ask these questions. 33 was the low, says CryptoZilla. Right. So the Bitcoin dominance was lowest at 33%. And it looks like back in 2016, it was peaked out about 80%. So we're kind of in the middle there of those two numbers. We never know. Everything is possible. The crypto market is very unpredictable indeed, Roger. That's why we got to ask these questions. That's why we're here daily in the population of the chat box. And I'll let you guys know that Champagne is not anybody's crypto daddy, although maybe I should be. We're here building with guys like Roger, like CryptoZilla, like Derek, like Amit, asking these questions daily so that we can stay tuned in to the good crypto word. The theme out here is each one is teaching one out here. I'm not here just lecturing. I'm here learning as well. So tune in to the good crypto word. November 2017, it was around 60%. So it's a key indicator to watch, says CryptoZilla. Indeed, I think that's a good point there, CryptoZilla. That seems like definitely a good key indicator to watch, that 60% Bitcoin dominance. So we're approaching it. Perhaps maybe we've discovered something here. Maybe as Bitcoin's dominance increases closer and closer to 60%, it will hit that resistance level, and maybe the altcoins will come back alive. Maybe the altcoins will resurrect out there. Shout out to my altcoins. Derek thinks that 60% is very possible. Most alts still have about 50 to 80% to the downside to go. Yeah, that we could agree upon, Derek. See, look, we don't have to agree upon everything, but I'm agreeing with that statement, Derek. Definitely. We're all just speculating, says CryptoZilla. Indeed, and anybody out there that says they got all the answers and they're telling you they're a pro and this, that, I don't believe those guys. Okay, I don't believe them out there. Mostly, it's hard to call yourself a crypto trading pro when things have been so volatile and the majority of the crypto trading has taken place in the past couple of years. It takes to become a master, you need 10,000 hours or 10 years or something like that, and I doubt that most of the people in the space have become masters. Maybe it will be only 2 or 3 alts that will shine in a few years, says Amit. It looks like you may be right. You may be right. I think that in a way, that's kind of the case right now. Although we have so many cryptos and alts in the market, it looks like when it comes to the market cap size, there's only really a few of them that really shine when it comes to market cap size. Okay, ETH being one of them. But all these altcoins, including ETH and Bitcoin Cash, EOS, look at the market cap size compared to Bitcoin, which is at 108 billion, compared to Ethereum, which is only 19 billion. Okay, so it is what it is. Will happen. Typo correction. I typed too quickly. Okay. Original copy says, "Hey champ, I hate to sound negative and more like a doomer, but I promise I'm a long-term kind of boomer. That being said, the chart TA is highly probable that we will gonna head towards 5.5K or closer to 5K," says original copy. So there you go. Copy trying to give his personal opinion. He thinks that we're gonna dip down lower. And again, anything could happen. I can believe that we'll go into the 5K range, but I don't think that we'll go much under 57 or 58. That could be close to 5.5. So, you know, that could be in tandem with what the TA charters are saying. But, you know, I'm hard pressed to see it go much lower. But again, if that happens, we'll readjust our goalposts, and we'll come up with a new strategy. It's all good. Original copy. We're here for the long gunner, like you are, copy. So these little dips, dives, and slides, another $1,000 loss here compared to the losses that we've experienced since a 20K all-time high. Like I said, it's not a big deal. If you're a boomer, you got to be ready to step on a few landmines, lose a limb, an arm, a leg out there, and continue to fire out there with the best of them. So, you know, even if we do dip to 5, I'm ready. Okay, and I hope you maniacs are as well. Always have a contingency plan. Always have one in the chamber. Always have your perishable goods ready. Have a storm supply kit, because things could blow hard and go to 5K. Although I don't believe it, you know, doesn't mean that you know, just because you're not expecting the hurricane doesn't mean you shouldn't have some shutters ready. Okay. Shout out to Roger out there. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. We have 26 watching worldwide. We've been talking about Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Monero, Wave smart contracts that were just announced, and more. Let's look at the prices of some of these smaller coins here that we've been talking about. Doge, for instance. I want to see what's it booming at right now. Doge at less than a penny, 0.006. And it's about 100 Satoshis right now. Bitcoin, 100 Satoshis for Doge. And Doge had a nice little spike. Here goes a memer that's performing well. I've been talking about these memers. I don't know how long-term I am with these memer coins, but definitely something to keep an eye on, being that, you know, these markets, they trade so much on sentiment and just pure emotion sometimes. Sometimes the memes take hold and they propagate quickly. And things like Chainlink can come into the top 100. Things like Holochain can come out there. And as soon as they come into the what's the word I'm looking for? To the crypto cipher, they could easily exit as well. So, you know, keep your eyes on that. Keep your eyes on that. Dogecoin is definitely one that I don't see going away now. It's been a joke, but there it is. After they announced Doge Ethereum. Let me know if we got any Dogecoin boomers here in the box. And then Monero. Let's look at the price of Monero, above $100. Monero is looking about the sexiest altcoin, in my opinion, as far as long term. I'm not saying that Monero is going to go to 1,000 overnight or anything like that. But as far as like hodling long term along with Bitcoin, right now, Monero is looking like the sexy one right now. Monero is looking very, very attractive. It seems like the support level for Monero is about 100. I got this bullish article on Monero listed down below, and they expect a retrace higher to 120. Let me know if we have any Monero XMR boomers out there and how you feel about that. And then finally, we were speaking about Waves. The Waves platform has swelled 45% upon announcement of a smart contract protocol. Now, my understanding is that they already had smart contracts on Waves. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm right. I just don't know. Correct me there in the population of the chat box. But anyway, they have announced a smart contract protocol. The price went up, and I remember looking into Waves maybe sometime last year, and I like the fact that you can issue coins on there, and it looks like they have their own ecosystem. It seemed to me like they had some sort of a community. I haven't peeked over there to the Waves community since a few months at least. So I'm asking questions. What do you think about Waves out there? Let's look at the price. Waves ranked number 37 at $2.23. It's down today, but let's see. Wow. Okay, so the graph is low. It's low. It had its major booms like most of the coins, but it's kind of flatlined. Now, right now, it's looking like either the coin is dead or it's getting ready to resurrect. It had a little spike there. You can see the little 7-day on the 7-day chart there. That one spike here, from 2 to almost from about, what was it, $1.90 to about 250. So keep your eyes on waves. Drop a comment there about waves. You know I'm not holding it, but definitely is interesting to me. We got Amit saying most alts which were 100 mil to 200 mil market cap have gone below 10 mil market cap. That's scary. And, you know, that's true. We were expecting this, Amit. I had told the rest of the boomers that the majority of the coins were going to fail. And that's just what it is. The majority of startup businesses fail. And that's what it is. It's not because they're nefarious coins or anything like that. It's just the way that things are distributed, if you know anything about the Pareto principle. Doge is a buy at under a half a cent. It will hit a nickel on the next stampede, says Sprinkler Ninja. Okay. He bought more Doge at 0.005 cents and took more Doge profit yesterday. Okay. I know you were in the box. Was it you, Sprinkler? Maybe it was. I've seen your name a few times here. It could have been you or someone else, but you're not the only one, I think, that's been talking about Doge. So, you know, definitely something to look at. And again, keep your eyes on to these coins that are just peer-to-peer cash. If it works fast, the transaction fees are low, and the blockchain's decentralized, it's something that we may want to consider. I hope the price will be the same next week. He needs to load a lot more, says Lucian. We don't know. We don't know. Sprinkler Ninja said, yeah, he did mention it before. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I remember that, Ninja. Crypto is a hardcore battlefield of speculation, says CryptoZilla. It's going to cost you to get in and a few get out unscathed. Those that make it out should be rewarded bigly, in his humble opinion, says CryptoZilla. That's right. No risk, no reward out here. If you want to be a savage, you want to be a boomer man here in the trenches, you got to be willing to be getting be shot at, go under fire, and fire back out there. Tess cooks for you. One of the crypto chicks out there. Good morning, Tess. Kaboom to you. Says, I believe Waves have some type of partnership with Tokes. I don't own Waves, says Tess cooks for you. Okay, the way I'm understanding it is that you can issue tokens on top of the Waves platform. I don't know if they have their own exchange or it seems like they got their own ecosystem. Okay. Smooth Operator has entered the house into the population of the chat box. He says he noticed every time Populous falls down, Bitcoin will soon make a move down as well. It's just lost 10% in less than an hour. Okay. Okay. Smooth, I'm still waiting for some positive comments. It seems like Smooth always got a negative comment, but Smooth's still here with us. I appreciate you, Smooth. I think Nano has a very good future if adopted, says Amit. Okay. Like button, kaboom. Yeah, I need you guys touching the buttons out there. Indeed. Binance and the Malta Stock Exchange have agreed to launch a new digital exchange for security token trading. Okay. I was reading about the Binance decentralized exchange that they're planning out there. I'm not sure when they're supposed to roll it out, but I was reading an article that was posted sometime last month. And they were hinting at a Binance DEX exchange. Don't sleep on decentralized exchanges. I know some of you guys there in the population of the chat box like exchange coins. And while they may be booming here in the short run, as the regulation increase and as the funny bunny increases, you got to keep your eyes on those. So decentralized exchanges, to me, are a mid to long-term move, along with the privacy coins, including Monero. That's just my personal opinion. CryptoZilla is saying being like 300 isn't just for looks. You need that strength to battle. Indeed, indeed. We're not here just trying to impress the women, but we're definitely here trying to stay strong for this war that we're fighting out there. You know, we have to fend off some of these non-believers, some of these funny bunnies, some of these baby bear cubs. Shout out to Cryptonomicon. Kaboom. Good morning, champ. Hope all is well indeed. Good morning to you, Cryptonomicon. Nice to have you back in the population of the chat box. If you guys are just tuning in, we got 24 maniacs tuning in worldwide. We spoke about Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Monero, the Wave smart contract platform that has been announced, and more. It seems like We're waiting for, looks like the consensus here in the population of the chat box is a 60% Bitcoin dominance before things start to retract and the altcoins start gaining weight. Correct me if I'm wrong. After the questions I've asked here in this broadcast, it seems like most people seem somewhere to agree with this Bitcoin dominance hitting 60% before the altcoins start growing again. Champagne, I will become positive when we hit 4,500. So we got about two guys here in the box that are still bearish. They're non-believers, and you know, they're still waiting for things to drop by under 5,000. But I must call both of you guys out. You guys have been coming here in the chat box saying that things are going to take a dip, dive, and slide for the whole summer. So, you know, you guys must admit that you were wrong the entire summer. Okay, you guys were wrong the entire summer. So maybe you guys are right in the fall. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about continuing to grow the value out here. I'm not trying to argue here. I'm not trying to win the argument. What I'm trying to do is make sure that we all get more wealth out here. Okay, whatever it takes. I am invested in 0x. I think it will have a great future along with Kyber, the Kyber network, another exchange. I like 0x. I like 0x. There's been some speculation that 0x could be listed by Coinbase sooner than later. I don't know, but that's what it is. 0x being another decentralized exchange. So keep your eyes on those DEX exchanges. The trend is overall bearish, but the crypto will, you never know. That's right. You know, as soon as everybody starts agreeing that things are bearish, watch out for the opposite to happen. That's what happens in crypto. Everybody thinks they know what's going to happen until things change on you. Mark D says Bitcoin 4,500. Wow, Cardano would be a single penny. Hard to imagine. Yeah, and that's why Mark and the rest of the people tuning in, I think that, you know, you guys got to consider, you know, if you're going to be in this crypto for the long gunner, make sure you hold the bits, because if things blow to 4,500, imagine what things are, what altcoins are going to suffer, like Cardano and the rest of them. So you guys should consider that. KMD is going to fly with the sword on fire. Komodo out there, says Dan. I've heard about Komodo a few times. You're not the only one that's mentioned it, but I haven't done sufficient research to say whether that's true or not. But I do send my positive energy to those Komodo holders. When everyone is shorting Bitcoin and the ETH market might flip, says Amit. Okay, yeah, that's true. Indeed, Roger Oliver agrees. Shout out to Roger once again, Amit, Dan, Mark D, Cryptonomicon, Jojo Wave, Smooth Operator, and the rest of the boomers out here, the rest of the bulls, and even the few baby bears that still think that things are going to dip under 5,000. You know, you guys were listening to your opinions as well. I just don't want to have an echo chamber here. So not everybody's got to agree with Champagne. Champagne says the bottom's 58. We got other people saying it's going to go to 45. That's what it is. Shout out to Marlon Jones, Bulls on the Block. He says, kaboom, sell now, buy back in 2 weeks, moving Dash and ontology bags to USD. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that yesterday, that you're off, you're done with Neo and you moved on to ontology, and that you like Dash right now over Monero. I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I like Dash. Shout out to my Dashaholics. You guys ready for the hurricane, says Low Roller Scratcher. Shout out to everybody bracing for impact there on the East Coast, and prepare. And make sure you have those storm shutters ready. I told you guys. It's going to break 6K soon and bounce right back up. Ride the wave. Shorting ETH seems to be the wave, says Cryptonomicon. Yeah, ETH is looking malnourished out there. ETH is looking malnourished out here. And I'll say it again because I know that Nomicon is vegetarian. I was questioning if ETH was following a vegan diet, because I've seen some of the vegans out there, and they seem to be sometimes needing some extra supplements. It looks like a lot of vegans need to take that spirulina, the wheatgrass or whatnot. So I'm wondering if ETH needs to start eating meat. I know you would disagree. That's why I'm LOLing with you, Cryptonomicon. It's all love, man. Roger Oliver says Cat 4 by maybe Cat 5 by Thursday. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Shout out to the entire East Coast bracing for impact out there. Make sure you got it all together. Get some water, the perishable goods or whatnot. And if you're by the coast, get out of there. Adventures in Bitcoin says ETH is looking like Vitalik. Indeed, Ethereum is looking exactly like Vitalik right now. Frail, skinny, and malnourished. Smooth Operator says he's waiting for OMG to drop to $2. It's always been his favorite coin. I like OMG. I like OMG, Operator. You know, there was a lot of hype with OMG at one point. I think it was being shilled heavy by Cliff High and his homies out there, and it seems like it never kaboomed. So that's what it is. I don't know what to say about OMG. I mean, I have nothing negative to say about it, but I'm not waiting for it. Champagne, you live in the East Coast, ready for a hurricane. We're always ready, okay? We live on the interwebs, and we're always ready for any type of storm, whether it be physical or cryptographic. Apica Bitcoin says Sug. I don't know what you are. He's got a different language out there. Okay, Sug. I don't know if most people are going to understand that, but maybe we have someone speaking your language here in the population of the chat box. Send a package to ETH. Vitalik's on the ropes right now. Yeah, Vitalik is needing. I don't know. He needs the carnivore diet, raw meat. He needs performing enhancing testosterone. He needs it all right now. Right now, call a medic. Immediately. And I was saying that the next in line that's looking kind of frail out there is Cardano. I mean, I like Cardano, but it looks like we may have to send them a package out there. Thank God it's not hitting Florida. We just got over Gordon. Little wind, bunch of rain, says Marlon Jones. Indeed, you guys talking about the hurricane out there. Hunker down out there, cryptomaniacs, and stay safe out there. We're nearing the market cap of 190 billion, which we found support and bounce off. Let's see if we hold it, says Amit. I think that we're close to the bottom, guys. I think we're close to the bottom, but we may have to flirt down here in the depths for a while before things take a turn. Again, I'm mostly all the time bullish and positive, but one thing I'm realistic with is as we start going back up towards that all-time high, because we're eventually going to get there. We're going to get to 20K by the halvening, in my opinion. Anyhow, as we tread that route towards the all-time high, okay, as we go down that path, we're going to have to fight those lines, those buy and sell walls out there. Once it hits 10K, people are going to sell off. Hits 12K, there's going to be a sell off. 15K. So the struggle in the road to 20K is going to be a lot more filled with battles than it was before. So, that being considered, it may take a little longer than we expected, and I'm okay with that. Who do you think will be next in line after Ether to go down from the number 2 spot? EOS is looking sexy. I gotta say, as far as being able, the community keeps growing, more dApps are going on there, and it's got a use case scenario. So yeah, I can see EOS. I'm not gonna say Ripple, and I'm not entirely convinced with Bitcoin Cash. It's only doing really one thing right now. So it could be either EOS, Bitcoin Cash, or Litecoin, in my opinion. If things are gonna take over Ethereum, those are the 3 coins that I would consider the most. Dan agrees with EOS, but something like Litecoin still has a purpose as well. So you never know. We've been kind of ripping on the lights for a while. I've been negative with the lights, after Charlie Lee dumped the bag. But I'm a Litecoin holder. So as much as I talk bad about it, I'm holding the bag. And I said this in my last broadcast. I'm gonna go ahead and start, kind of fall back on calling out Charlie Lee so much, because at the end of the day, we got to be responsible for our own bags. Charlie Lee is definitely not acting like a captain, but an independent man going his own way doesn't need a captain. Okay, he'll jump on the ship and navigate it himself. Be your own captain out there. A lot of people will take down their sell orders due to FOMO as BTC rips through the first resistance lines, says Sprinkler Linja. Indeed. Hope it's EOS, says Test Cooks for you. Maybe Qdom, says Adventures in Bitcoin. I doubt it. Qdom's not even in the top 10 right now. Only fork for Litecoin, says Dan. Dan, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Sug, I don't know what you're saying. You're dropping a bunch of stuff that may or may not be spam. Consider maybe, if anybody understands what Sug is saying, I'm gonna let it slide for now. But I'm not sure much people are understanding what you're saying out there. Sug. Amor says vet, VET. I don't know what that is either. We've been here streaming for 47 minutes. We got 31 maniacs in the population of the chat box. Shout out to all the boomers out there. I appreciate every single one of you maniacs. Let me go ahead and shout out once again Roger Oliver, our most gratuitous boomer in the population of the chat box, always dropping a few fiat paper notes on us. And let me shout out to Currency 365 for dropping $20 there in the super chat earlier during this broadcast. I appreciate all the little paper fiat coins here that are going towards Baby Champs Formula Fund. We have the super chat open, and, you know, drop it in there. We appreciate it. Why not? Suj language looks maybe Indonesian out there. Yeah, perhaps. I'm just wondering if Suj is trying to spam or, you know, say things that are inappropriate here. We'll let it slide out there. But Suj, you know, if you're gonna, you know, if you want people to engage with you, you may want to consider speaking in English here. I think privacy coins have more chance of taking BTC in the future. Admit, I agree. I think Monero, you know, that's why I'm, you know, definitely a Monero boomer. You know, I keep saying Monero. But being realistic right now, EOS, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash have a way higher market cap, but you never know. So just trying to summon the crypto voodoo demons to make the market go up in the chat. Maybe so, Derek, maybe so. Shout out to Rafter, man. Kaboom! Dropping another $2 fiat there in the super chat. Thank you, Rafter, man. I know this is not the first time you've dropped $2, and I appreciate it. $1, $2, it all goes to that formula fund indeed. We got to buy it every single week. So we're getting that good organic kind too. So it's not cheap. SRG first asks if Bitcoin will boom and when. I don't know. SRG, I'm not sure what that means. What is max Bitcoin dominance? Your point of view, Kaboom, bro. Cracky916 is asking. It looks like the consensus here is that max Bitcoin dominance is 60% before we retract. It seems like what most people agree with here. Again, we don't know for sure, but that's what the consensus seems to be, at least today. Do you know why you titled include Dogecoin in the live stream? Indeed, we've been talking about Dogecoin. Maybe you came in a little bit late there, low roller coaster, but we talked about Litecoin here, and I have this article linked down below. Dogecoin has been beating the market out there, and we've questioned, you know, the value of these meme coins and these peer-to-peer cash coins. So, you know, rewind if you want to listen to more, or check out the article I have linked down below. Smart Cash may be a boomer. We've talked about Smart Cash here as well. A while ago, you know, Smart Cash has some good staking rewards. But again, I'm not convinced with these baby altcoins just yet. Rafterman says, gotta feed the little champ. Indeed, gotta feed the family as well. Thank you, Rafterman. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. EOS is the best candidate to be #1 on Mount Rushmore, says Mark D. I don't know if that's true. I don't know about #1, but definitely, you know, top 5, I would say. Top five, I would say. You know, it's still arguable how decentralized EOS is, and we can have debates, but I don't mean to sound negative about EOS because I'm holding bags, and I'm definitely on for the ride. Charlie Lee was predicting $24 Litecoin in January. It almost always seems like he has some inside information. Yeah. Some people have said that Charlie may be Satoshi or whatnot. I don't know if I agree with that, but you make a point. Hear about USD Gemini, Rafterman's talking about. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. That definitely was in our headlines yesterday, the GUSD. Absolutely. Everybody's talking about Dogecoin. Maybe I have to buy 10K, maybe 20K Doge and wait. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people talking about Doge, you know, and again, like with these altcoins, you know, tread lightly, you know, I'm not saying jump all into the alts, but it's something to consider. Doge is definitely bullish this week. We got Waves looking bullish this week, and then Monero's been looking bullish the entire month, if you ask me. The next crypto market will rearrange coin market cap, and it has, and it, you know, will continue to. Derek likes EOS a lot. Litecoin will go to around $35, he thinks. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start tuning out, guys. You know, I want to keep these broadcasts to less than an hour. So if there's another comment or a specific question, I'll take it. If not, I'm going to go ahead and repeat that I'm appreciative, okay? Because, you know, you guys, I'm here every day. I never expected 28, 30 people, even if it's 10 people in the box, even if it's just $1 in the super chat. You know, I appreciate you guys. I definitely have gratitude. You know, I'm aggressive. Sometimes I get a little loud with some of the people jumping into the chat box, but we're all crypto brothers out here. Whether we agree or disagree, it's all respect. Roger says 10K Doge costing $62, not much. Yeah, Doge is cheap. So, you know, maybe something that you want to consider. Shout out again to Roger. Hey, bro, let's fight a good fight. Indeed, Dan, no doubt. I'll pass on the meme coin, says Derek. Okay, yeah, I'm just short term with the meme coins, but something to consider. Stay safe out there, champ. Thanks for always spreading the positivity to us. Shout out to Mike Pfeiffer. And on that note, I'll shout out CryptoZilla, Jojo Wave, Low Roller, Rafterman, Dan, Test Cooks for you, and the rest of the boomers. If I don't see you today, I'll come back tomorrow, guys. You know what it is. Stay booming out there and stay healthy. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, Cryptography's finest, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Cryptography's finest once again. I think I said that part, right? Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.